Every year, millions of seniors are told the same thing by their doctors: avoid sugar at all costs. The message is repeated so often, it almost becomes a warning label on every sweet bite you take. A slice of apple pie at Thanksgiving, a handful of grapes on a summer afternoon, even something as simple as a juicy orange. The moment sweetness touches your tongue, a little voice says, "Careful, this is dangerous." But here's the truth no one tells you. Some of the sweetest, most common fruits, the ones sitting in your kitchen right now, don't just avoid spiking your blood sugar. They actually help fight diabetes. And this isn't some faraway exotic superfood that costs a fortune or only grows in the Amazon rainforest. These are everyday fruits, affordable, familiar, and proven by real studies to protect your health. Imagine this for a moment. Enjoying the taste you love, the sweetness that brings back childhood memories, the comfort of food that feels like home, all while giving your body natural protection at the very same time. Sweetness not as a threat, but as a powerful ally. That's what this video is about, because today we're uncovering 5 everyday fruits proven to support healthy blood sugar. By the end, you'll know exactly which fruits to lean on, how they work inside your body, and simple ways to enjoy them without guilt or second guessing. And here's why it matters. Diabetes isn't just about numbers on a lab report. It's about how you feel when you wake up in the morning. It's about whether your knees let you stand with ease, whether your energy lasts through the afternoon, and whether you feel sharp enough to remember the little things that make life rich. So here's the choice. Keep fearing sweetness, or learn how to use it wisely to stay strong, independent, and active. Before we start, let me know in the comments where you're watching from. I love seeing this community come together from all over the world. And if you want more simple, natural health tips for aging strong, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Now let's begin with a fruit that might already be hiding in your fridge. One of the most powerful, yet underrated allies in the fight against diabetes. Fruit number 1, blueberries. What makes blueberries so powerful isn't just their sweet, refreshing taste, it's their deep, rich blue color. That color comes from anthocyanins, natural plant compounds that scientists have studied for years. And what they've discovered is remarkable. Anthocyanins can actually improve how your body uses insulin. Think about that. Instead of your body struggling and straining to manage blood sugar, blueberries help your system respond more efficiently. For seniors, this matters in a very real way, because insulin resistance is one of the biggest roadblocks to controlling diabetes, and blueberries are like a gentle hand guiding your body back into balance. But here's where most people go wrong. They hear blueberries are healthy, then load up on blueberry muffins, blueberry pies, or yogurts that say blueberry on the label, but are really packed with sugar. Those aren't helping you. Those are sugar bombs in disguise. What your body needs are real, whole blueberries, fresh when they're in season, or frozen any time of year. No added sugar, just the fruit itself. And here's the best part. Blueberries are simple. You don't need to cook, chop, or prepare anything complicated. A small handful a day, tossed on your morning oatmeal, stirred into plain Greek yogurt, or eaten straight from the bowl, can start making a difference. And if you're worried about cost, here's a little insider tip. Frozen blueberries are often cheaper, last longer, and they're just as healthy. In fact, because they're frozen right after picking, they often hold more nutrients than berries that have been sitting on a shelf for days. But blueberries don't just support blood sugar. They offer a double, even triple benefit. They've been linked to sharper memory, protecting the brain as it ages. And they help reduce inflammation, which is at the root of so many problems seniors face, from stiff joints to heart concerns. So the next time your sweet tooth starts calling, don't reach for a candy bar or a cookie. reach for a handful of blueberries. Sweet, satisfying, and healing at the same time. And remember, this is just the beginning. Because the next fruit isn't just healthy. It's one of the most common, most affordable, and the strongest fruit on this entire list when it comes to fighting diabetes. Fruit number 2, apples. There's a reason the old saying goes, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. And while it may sound like an old wives' tale, modern science is proving just how true it is, especially when it comes to diabetes. Apples are loaded with soluble fiber, particularly a type called pectin. What does pectin do? It slows down how sugar is absorbed into your bloodstream. Instead of your blood sugar spiking up like a roller coaster and then crashing back down, pectin helps keep things steady and controlled. For seniors, that steady energy can be life-changing. No more sudden waves of fatigue after meals, no more feeling shaky or drained mid-afternoon, and fewer cravings pulling you toward unhealthy snacks. That stability means freedom, the ability to get through your day with strength and clarity. And here's another layer. Feeling full is just as important. Apples help you feel satisfied for longer, which makes it easier to maintain a healthy weight, a critical part of managing diabetes. In fact, keeping a steady weight is often just as important as medication when it comes to long-term control. Now let me share something fascinating. Several large studies, some involving thousands of people over many years, have shown that those who eat apples regularly have a significantly lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes. This isn't theory. It's real, long-term evidence. But here's the secret most people miss. The magic of the apple isn't just in the juicy inside. It's in the peel. That's where much of the fiber and antioxidants live. If you peel your apple, you're throwing away some of the very compounds that protect your blood sugar, your heart, and even your brain. The good news? Apples are one of the easiest fruits to enjoy. They're portable, affordable, and versatile. Toss one in your bag for a walk. Slice one up with a little almond butter for a balanced snack. Or bake slices with a sprinkle of cinnamon. And suddenly, you have a naturally sweet dessert that feels indulgent without the guilt. And unlike some superfoods that cost a fortune or are hard to find, apples are everywhere. Grocery stores, farmers markets, even your neighbor's backyard tree. They're cheap, accessible, and powerful. That's why, when it comes to diabetes-friendly fruits, apples take the crown as the strongest on this list. But we're just getting warmed up, because the next fruit may surprise you. It feels like a treat, almost like candy, yet it's been shown to lower blood sugar and even protect one of the most important organs in your body. Fruit number 3, cherries. Sweet, tart, and mouth-wateringly delicious. Cherries feel indulgent, almost like nature's candy. They're the kind of fruit you eat and immediately think, there's no way something this sweet could possibly be good for me. But that's exactly where the surprise lies. The compounds that give cherries their deep red color are called anthocyanins, the very same plant compounds found in blueberries. And research shows they may help regulate blood sugar levels and even protect your pancreas. Now let's pause on that for a moment. The pancreas is one of the most important organs in your entire body when it comes to diabetes. It's the place where insulin is produced, the hormone that helps move sugar out of your blood and into your cells. If your pancreas is struggling, your blood sugar control suffers. But when it's protected and supported, everything works more smoothly. And cherries do just that. They don't just taste sweet. They help your body handle sweetness better. But here's the key detail. Not all cherries are created equal. Fresh cherries in season? Fantastic. Frozen cherries with no added sugar? Just as powerful. But canned cherries in heavy syrup? Those are sugar bombs that cancel out all the benefits. So if you see cherries floating in syrup, treat them more like candy than medicine. And here's a bonus benefit most people don't expect. If you deal with joint pain, stiffness, or even gout, cherries can be a real game changer. Studies have shown that cherries may reduce inflammation and help lower uric acid levels, the very culprit behind gout flare-ups. Many seniors report that simply adding a small serving of cherries to their weekly routine helps ease stiffness and makes movement more comfortable. So in a single fruit, you're getting double protection, blood sugar support and joint relief, sweetness for your taste buds and strength for your body. Cherries aren't just a snack for summer afternoons. They're a natural ally for blood sugar, mobility, and overall vitality. But as powerful as cherries are, they're not the whole story, because the next fruit on our list often gets overlooked. It doesn't have the fame of apples or the vibrant color of cherries, but it works quietly in the background to balance blood sugar and support digestion at the very same time. Fruit number 4, pears. Pears don't usually get the spotlight. They don't have the same reputation as apples or the bold colors of cherries and blueberries. But don't let that fool you. Pears are one of the quiet heroes of a diabetes-friendly diet. Here's why. Pears are rich in soluble fiber, the kind that slows digestion and helps keep blood sugar stable after meals. Instead of your glucose shooting up quickly, then crashing down, pears act like a natural buffer, smoothing out the ups and downs. For anyone managing diabetes, that's exactly the kind of support your body needs. But pears bring another benefit that often goes overlooked: texture. Their soft, juicy flesh makes them especially easy to eat for seniors who deal with sensitive teeth, dentures, or dry mouth. That may sound small, but food you can eat comfortably is food you'll actually enjoy, and consistency matters far more than perfection when it comes to long-term health. And here's something most people don't realize. The skin of a pear is packed with antioxidants that help protect your blood vessels. For someone living with diabetes, that's huge, because one of the most dangerous complications of diabetes is damage to the heart and blood vessels. Eating pears regularly is like giving your arteries a protective shield. There's also the digestive side. Many seniors quietly struggle with regularity. It's not a topic people like to bring up, but it's an everyday concern that can affect comfort, sleep, and even appetite. Pears are naturally gentle on the stomach, and the fiber they contain can help keep things moving smoothly, without harsh supplements or medications. And the best part? Pears are versatile. Slice one into a crisp salad for a touch of sweetness. Bake them with a sprinkle of cinnamon for a warm, comforting dessert. Or simply bite into one fresh, juicy, nourishing, and satisfying. So while pears may not be the loudest fruit in the produce aisle, they quietly deliver powerful support for blood sugar, for digestion, for heart health. And now we've covered 4 incredible fruits, each one proving that sweetness can be a tool for health, not a threat. But the last fruit on this list is probably the most beloved of all, and yes, it absolutely belongs in a diabetes-friendly diet. Fruit number 5, oranges. When most people think of oranges, the first thing that comes to mind is vitamin C. And yes, that's true. Oranges are fantastic for immunity. They help you fight off colds, support wound healing, and keep your skin looking vibrant. But that's only the surface. Here's the part most people overlook. Oranges have a low glycemic index. That means that unlike candy, soda, or processed sweets, the natural sugars in an orange are released slowly into your bloodstream. No dramatic spikes, no sudden crashes. Just steady, balanced energy your body can actually use. And the reason for that balance is fiber. Whole oranges are packed with it. Fiber is what slows down digestion and keeps your blood sugar from shooting up too fast. But here's where many people make a mistake. They think orange juice is the same thing as an orange. It's not. Even the 100% natural orange juice on store shelves has stripped away most of the fiber, leaving behind concentrated sugar. Without the fiber, that natural sweetness hits your bloodstream fast, almost like soda. So the golden rule here is simple. Eat the orange, skip the juice. When you eat the whole fruit, You get the sweetness and the protection. Now let's talk about something oranges bring that goes beyond blood sugar. Oranges are deeply refreshing. They hydrate your body, they wake up your senses, and they're familiar. That sense of comfort matters, especially for seniors. Because good nutrition shouldn't feel complicated or exotic. It should feel like home, like foods you already know and love, used in a smarter way. But oranges don't stop there. They're also linked to better heart health. They've been shown to help lower blood pressure, support healthy circulation, and reduce strain on the arteries. And that's critical because heart disease is one of the most common complications of diabetes. So every time you peel an orange, you're not just enjoying a sweet treat. You're giving your heart and your blood vessels a little extra protection. And let's not forget the small things. The joy of peeling back the skin and smelling that burst of citrus in the air. The satisfaction of sharing slices with your grandkids, or simply enjoying one in the sun on a warm afternoon. These little rituals are more than snacks. They're moments of wellness. So when you eat an orange, you're not just satisfying a craving. You're fueling your body with tools to fight back, to protect your blood sugar, to strengthen your heart, and to remind yourself that health can taste good. Now let's step back for a moment. Blueberries, apples, cherries, pears, oranges, 5 simple fruits, 5 everyday foods that prove something powerful. Sweetness doesn't have to be the enemy. In fact, it can be one of your greatest allies in the fight against diabetes. Think about what that means. You don't have to live in constant fear every time you want something sweet. You don't have to deny yourself the small pleasures that make life enjoyable. Instead, you can lean on these fruits, knowing they're nourishing your body while satisfying your cravings. Imagine how different life feels when you can enjoy food without fear. When every bite doesn't come with guilt or worry. When your sweet tooth isn't working against you, it's working for you. That's a kind of freedom that goes beyond diet. That's peace of mind. Because here's the truth. Seniors don't need more restrictions. You don't need another list of don'ts hanging over your head. What you need are simple, natural choices that give you freedom, strength, and joy. And that's exactly what these fruits offer. The next time someone tells you to avoid fruit because of sugar, you'll know better. You'll know that nature has given you tools, not just to fight diabetes, but to enjoy life at the same time. Food isn't the enemy. It's part of the solution. So here's my question for you. Which of these 5 fruits do you eat most often? Or is there one you're excited to add to your daily routine after watching this? Share it in the comments below. I read every single one in your experiences. Inspire this entire community. And if this video was helpful, don't forget to subscribe. This channel is here to give you practical, natural, science-backed ways to stay strong, independent, and healthy at every age. Because let's be honest, growing older doesn't mean giving up the foods you love. It doesn't mean shrinking your world smaller and smaller. It means learning how to enjoy what's good in ways that make your body stronger, your mind sharper, and your spirit lighter. So the next time you peel an orange, bite into a crisp apple, or snack on a handful of blueberries, smile. You're not just enjoying fruit. You're enjoying health, independence, and a future that's still full of sweetness.